Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode here of our App State Dynasty season. Last week we played against Temple and we won pretty handily, 34-7. We had a really strong outing from running back Cameron Peoples and an overall good defensive game. So this week we're going to be going against UL Lafayette. They're 2-2 this season, and like I mentioned last week in the comments to see if we should start Ethan Johnson as the second corner over Dexter Lawrence Jr., I think I decided we're going to give him a shot this week. So we're going to be going into the depth chart and editing that. Here we go. Ethan Johnson Jr. will now be our second corner. We're going to see how it goes. They're pretty evenly matched overall-wise. Their coverage stats are pretty similar. The only real big difference is going to be his play rec is a little bit worse. But overall coverage-wise, he's pretty similar. Taking a look at recruiting, we had a lot of guys come visit last week, and the visits went okay. We hit some of the goals. We didn't hit very many of the goals, so we didn't have a huge benefit from that visit week, but looks like Ryan Simmons is very close to signing with us. It looks like probably next week we're going to get him, which is going to be huge for us. I mean, this guy is just a beast. The 76 gem prospect. He looks fantastic. Heath Whaley, I mean, we are so close to locking out to making this a two-way battle with Mississippi State. It just kind of depends. We might have to take him to the offseason and just dump all of our points in here if we can stay close enough in a battle. Eric Hart, we're starting to lose a little bit in. Again, this was that bust prospect that we have, but just kind of adding for some depth at quarterback. So I threw a visit on him for week 8. We'll kind of see where that goes. Mike Mayhew, another one of those prospects we really want, the defensive end, the 78 gem, 89 blockchain. He just looks amazing. I really want to get him. I think he would help our program significantly. We're kind of losing a little bit each week, so again, I'm kind of hoping that we can stick around to the offseason. We officially have been locked out of another cornerback, Matt Williams. I'm going to kind of see till next week and see how fast we're losing here. If we can stay within 2,000, I might be able to get that upgrade to be able to pop back into that race, but it seems like probably next week he'll be removed from our board. And lastly, Sean Sanders, the other corner, we almost locked him out, but unfortunately NC State had their visit last week and had a very good visit, so they're still in the race. But hopefully we'll be able to get him out here pretty soon. Big news that we did have, though, is we had our first commit in school history. It is Paul Pittman, the outside linebacker, 6'4". Super excited to bring this guy in here from South Carolina. He's got 80 speed. He's got 85 tackling. He's got fantastic block shedding stats. His coverage stats are serviceable. He should be a fantastic add-on for us to be able to take over for Logan Dublin and Trey Cobb as they both leave next year as seniors. So again, this week we're playing against UL Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns. We are ranked better than them. We are projected to get the victory. We pretty much win in almost every single stat. Shockingly, we are the #1 rush defense so far in the NCAA, which is amazing. I don't know how, because I feel like every time we play in-game, their running back destroys us. But, you know, I'm not going to knock it. So hopefully we'll be able to get the victory this week. Here we go, an away game actually for once, as we're going to go to Louisiana for this one. And the game is underway. Deshaun Davis going to be back to return this kick, and he drops it. Luckily, we can get back up, but that is terrible. We're going to start on like the 7-yard line. So we're going to have terrible field position after the fumbled return. That's just awful. Cameron Peoples is going to take it out to the side and get about 5 yards. We're really just trying to run the ball and see if we can get some yards here, get some space. Get some momentum built up here, as he's just looking so slow to start this game, as we're not getting anything. All right, 3rd and 5. We're going to drop back. We have a quick out to Deshaun Davis, and he's going to get the first. We want to try to have as clean of a game as possible, limit our turnovers, see if we can get another victory here, and we're just going nowhere right now. This is our first game in conference play in the Sun Belt, so this is a big game for us too. Try a motion screen here, and Chase Bryce has some space, and he's going to get 18 yards up the middle. A fantastic play for the triple option. I really wish that Chase Bryce was a little bit faster than 69 speed. That would just be amazing, because we could really have so many more explosive plays. We're going to try to run up the middle with Peoples and just kind of try to fight forward for another 3. It's just a matter of getting his head in the game, getting him running, getting him moving. We have to build some confidence with him, and that's not going to help at all. So 3rd and 9. Going to see what we can get here. We got to pick up some yards. And that's a nice pass to Tyler Page, and he fumbles the ball. Deshaun Davis is going to pick it up, though. That could have been so much worse. And they're going to review that play. I mean, either way we recover it, so it's not a big deal for us. But it looks like his knee was down. But regardless, we need to stop fumbling the ball. This rain has been a big problem for us so far in this game. And it looks like the play was reversed. So 1st and 10 after the big fumble. We need to stop that. And Cameron's going to get another 3. We're going to see if we can try something a little tricky here. See if we can get Caden Robinson some action. Oh, that is terrible. Perfect time for a corner blitz from UL Lafayette. 3rd and 10. We have not scored on the first possession all season. So we're going to kind of see what we can do here. And that is a nice pass, and Tyler Page dropped it. He has been selling all year for us. So yet another opening drive with the 0 points for our team. It's just been kind of disheartening. Oh my goodness, and he almost broke that even further. I mean, wow, he's a little shifty back there. Seems like most of the time we kind of struggle in the first beginning of the game with all these run plays. And Stephen Jones Jr. with a nice open field tackle. We're going to see if we can try to bring some pressure here. Looks like it might be a run. And he's going to make the tackle. Wow. Ronald Clark with a fantastic tackle. That really could have been so much worse. And he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to get so many yards there. That's just terrible. So 1st and 10, they are moving the ball again, and unless we do something big here, I mean, it's looking like we're going to start again behind, like how we typically do. And that is a sack. Who got that sack? I don't even know. Steven Pasagiata with his first sack of the season. I haven't even seen him on the field very much. Our man coverage has been pretty solid so far. It's just the occasional time that we get destroyed in it. And that's a good tackle for only a few yards. 5 wide now. And that is a big drop. We definitely caught a break there, as they're going to see if they can put up a field goal here. This is a decent length field goal for a lower overall program. It is up, and it looks like it's right down the middle. Next possession here for App State. Going to see if we can switch this to the other side. Get some room, and he's going to get 6 on the carry. Looks like they're in some sort of cover 3, probably. And that's a nice throw and catch for the first down. Try to see if we can get a little bit more running in here. I feel like he's so close to breaking something free. But just not each time. We'll try some play action here. We're just going to have to run with it, and we just have nothing. It is 3rd and 20 now. This is a huge play. If we can get this to work. And Tyler Page is just wide open, but it's just not enough for the first. Next possession for UL Lafayette. And that is just wide open. Huge hit from the Lumberjack, but that's just another first down. We have so many holes in defense right now. We're going to see if we can try to bring some more pressure again. See what we can do. Wow, Stephen Jones just missed him. That is a huge gain on the right side for UL Lafayette. Apparently I should have been wondering about Stephen Jones' starting job and not Dexter Lawson. Whew. And that is another huge gain up the middle. They are driving right now, and we cannot stop them. And they're going to drop back. Some space over the sideline, and it's a touchdown. Wide open right over the zone. Ben Woolridge hits the touchdown to put Louisiana up by 10 now. So something has to happen on this drive here. We're down 2 scores now. We cannot get behind by any more than that. try read option and get 4 up the middle. Trying not to abandon the run game. I know it's been a little rough so far to start this game, but there's a nice little space, and he's got 9 yards and a first down for Cameron Peoples. Almost to midfield now. If the blocks happen here, this could be a pretty solid play for us. We just couldn't bounce it outside. I think having a little bit more speed at running back really could be nice too. And we have a nice gain with Miller Gibbs up the middle for 9. Quick dump-offs have just been working pretty good against them so far. And that is a nice pass to Dalton Stroman, and he's got space! Fighting his way down into the 11-yard line. Dalton Stroman getting involved has been huge for our offense. So he just burnt the corner. Can we pound it in for a touchdown here? This would be huge for us. Both tight ends to the right side. See if we can get our blocks. We're going to have to cut it back upfield, and he gets 7. That was a good run up the middle. Try to see if we can do something a little different here. We have a fullback dive. They have 3 down linemen, so this could be good for us. And we're just going to try to power up, and he can't get it. He gets a few, but it's not enough for the first. 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down play. They're coming out in their goal line. We're going to try to run up the middle, and he's got the touchdown. Daytrick Harrington puts us up, and now it's a 1-score game. At this point, we're just not really sure what to call defensively. Nothing's really been working. They've been moving the ball pretty well. And that is just so much free space. And Ethan Johnson barely makes the tackle as he gets 19 yards and could have been a whole lot more. I guess we're going to try to come out with like more big guys. I mean, their running game has been mainly what's killing us, but they're coming out in 3 receiver sets, so I don't really want to have that many linebackers on the field. They're going to try an option play, and he's going to take a shot. He gets nothing there. Back to 4 receivers here. Going to have some space. That should be intercepted, but he missed the play. That is a huge play by the wide receiver. Ethan Johnson was there too. He was there practically the whole time. Just didn't go up for it. This one has been a tough game for our defenses. We've been allowing pretty much anything and everything they want. It's another few yards and a first down, and they're right in the red zone now. And that one is not going to be for the touchdown, but it still gets 3. Trying to clog up those lanes here. We really do not want to see anything special here. And it almost got intercepted. Ethan Johnson dropped a huge interception. That was an absolutely massive drop. And it is not going to be a run. A one-handed catch, and they're going to lose yards. That's huge. I don't know how he caught that, but it didn't help their team. Super fortunate with them not getting it on 3rd down. I for sure thought that was a run, and I definitely ran commit, but that kind of ended up working out in our favor. But the extra point is up and good. We got 2.5 minutes in the quarter here. And Cameron Peoples has got some space. Makes a nice move, and he's down for a first down and a gain of 16 yards. Cameron Peoples was able to use his blockers and gain a nice amount of yards. We're going to see what we have here, looking like probably more man coverage. That's a nice throw, but he drops it. Deshaun Davis dropped the wide open pass. Cross midfield here. It would be perfect for us to get any sort of points on this drive. And that is just not going anywhere. We get about 2. We've run this play a few times. Tyler Page has been open quite often on it. And that is a nice pass to Christian Wells, and he's got some space. He fights forward to the 15-yard line. After the huge pickup on 3rd down, it is going to put us in excellent position to put up some points here before the half. We're going to run the ball to the outside, and Cameron Peoples has got the touchdown. And that's going to put us up by 1. After the huge touchdown, we now have a position to be in. And that is a good pass. This man has been killing us all game long. Man, zone, whatever. Lance Legrand has been open. I feel like I'm going to have to shade him myself. That is a nice pass too, and that's somehow a catch. It kind of looked out of bounds to me though. 2nd and short. Woolridge going to drop back. He's got some space over the middle, and it's a first down to Lance Legrand. I don't even know how you pronounce that name, to be honest, though. We'll try some more cover 6, see if we can get that to be effective for us. And that is wide open. Legrand breaks a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. This man has been absolutely murdering us all game long. And that is a nice pass to Tyler Page, and he's going to get the first and pushed out of bounds. Need to get into field goal range pretty soon here. Oh, and he was open, but he couldn't get it off in time. And another one we just can't get off in time. Their pressure has been relentless this drive. 3rd and 10 now. See what we can get open here. And that is a wide open receiver for Caden Robinson. Makes a guy miss, and we're going to call a timeout. Into Louisiana territory now. See what we can pick up. It looks like they're leaving Tyler Page completely wide open. They are not. We're just going to scramble out with Price. He's going to fumble it out of bounds, but we gain 5. 2nd and 5, just outside the 30. Just trying to get a little bit here. Oh, and that was almost intercepted. He didn't lead him far enough by at all. 3rd and 5. See what we can get open. And they're going to take a sack, and that is a huge sack. That might push us out of field goal range. So here we go, 4th and 15. Coach wants us to go for it. We have a wide open catch, and he dropped it. Deshaun Davis drops the perfect throw. Drops have been killing us today. That is absolutely huge. They now have 13 seconds to be able to get into field goal range. Where's Legrand? And he's going to fight for a few yards. 7 seconds left on the clock. I'm just going to try to shadow Legrand here on every play. And 3 seconds left. Are they in field goal range? Looks like they are. We're going to try to ice them, though. So this would be a long kick. The kick is up. I think he has it. He made it. Wow, that's insane. So that is, again, insane right before the half there. We absolutely could have just let the clock run out. I mean, we should have put points up if it wasn't for the drop from Deshaun Davis, but oh my goodness. And he's got so much space, and he's finally out past the 50. Not even sure what to do anymore, as they have just been torching us in this game. And that is, they're going to run with it, but they're only going to get a few. Our blitzes have not been coming through very well at all, so it's been quite tough for us to actually get pressure home and get a sack on this guy, as we've only had 1 sack. And he breaks the tackle, and I think he's gone. Oh, good thing he's slow, but still, it does not look good for us, boys. It does not look good for us. And that's a nice tackle from Ronald Clark. Get some nice press coverage in here, hopefully. Then they get in. And they will be going for it. And that is a perfect throw for a 2-point conversion. Oh, and he had him beat, but he couldn't hit him. Bad pass from Chase. Right now, the story of this game has been missed opportunities. I feel like we've had so many opportunities in this game to score and put up points and do something. We're just going to have to throw that away. 3rd and 10. That is a wide open pass to Deshaun Davis, and he hauls it in. Deshaun's going to go all the way to the touchdown. 81 yards for Deshaun Davis. A complete lapse in coverage for the defense, as they left him completely wide open, and he actually held on to the pass. Sounds like we need to try even more pressure. We're just not getting home. We need to get this guy a little bit more rattled. And they're going to lose a yard. That was a perfect play call for a blitz. I mean, if we have to blitz every single play for this, I mean, we might have to. And they still get space. It's kind of lucky that we don't have prospects coming to this game because, I mean, this is not a good showing for our defense here. We've been allowing like 400 yards of offense. And that is a huge tackle for Ronald Clark for no gain. You guys are going to let me know in the comments what you think is our problem here on defense. Are we just outmatched by them? What kind of is our issue here? And another 2-yard gain, but that's it for them. I feel like it kind of hasn't really been one specific thing. I feel like we've just been bad in defense in general. Oh, and that could have been picked if he was a little faster, but a huge drop. It's going to bring up 4th down. So down by 10. We have an opportunity here to see what we can do on offense, as that's not going to get us very much. We haven't tried any screen passes yet today, so we'll see what that does for us. And he's got some wide open space. His Cameron Peoples is going to get the first, and he's knocked out of bounds after 10. We're going to try to run the ball again here. And oh, he had some space, but he just couldn't get around that guy or else he'd have been gone. Henry Pearson's got to move. He's got some space. He's breaking tackles, and he's down to the 50-yard line. That was a dot from Chase Bryce. He threw that right where only the receiver could get it. Just barely fast enough for him to be able to turn upfield and gain a lot of yards. That's going to put us up around 350 yards of offense today. But we're going to need a whole lot more if we're going to want to win this one. And Dietrich Harrington's going to get 4 more. Trying to also run some clock out here at the same time. He's going to make a move, and he gets 3. That's a pass, it's complete, and he gets the first. That was a close one. I wasn't sure if we were going to get that. Another play that looks like it could be good if we get the right blocking. And we don't. 2nd and 9. We're going to drop back here. He's got a wide open to Deshaun Davis, who makes a move, and he gets the first. 1st and 10. We are threatening an enemy territory. We're going to try another read option here. And Chase is going to get a few, maybe 1 yard. We don't want to run too much of the clock down, but we do want to speed this game up just a little bit. He's got some space to the outside, and he gets 3 more as he spins upfield. Try another screen pass here. As he gets it, oh, and he dropped it. It's going to be a field goal attempt. It's up, and it is good. So here we go. Big, big time for our defense. And that, he falls forward for 5,000 yards. I don't know how he even got the first on that. I feel like we hit him 4 yards before the line of scrimmage. I meant 4 yards before the first down, not the line of scrimmage, but still. You know what I mean. And that is a big play, and he breaks a tackle. He could have lost yards. We have been guessing right on these run commits, and they have still been gaining yards. Almost intercepted by Ethan Johnson. That would have been huge. 3rd and 5. We're going to hit him up with a screen play, and he gets the first. I cannot believe that lineman got there just in time to stop that from being a tackle for loss. And that is a huge TFL. They're going to lose 3. Ronald Clark set the edge, and Logan Dubin made good use of it. I mean, we've been pretty much having to just run straight up man coverage here because that's been about the only thing that keeps us in a close proximity. And that's another good play for us. Spotlight. Their best player. And that is a huge sack. Deshaun McKnight with another sack. Deshaun McKnight back to pick it up to return. He's got some space. Has a blocker. He's got plenty of room. Oh, and they finally catch him. Almost a huge return. He dropped his 3rd return, but then somehow almost made fire with it. That's going to put us in excellent field position to start this drive. We have a little space to the outside. He's got to move. He spins upfield and gains 9. We're just trying to rely heavily on the run right now. We don't want to fumble. We don't want to throw an interception. We're in a decent position right now. And he makes a nice move, and he's down for another 9 yards. Oh, and he had a wide open receiver. That's so disheartening, as we had a wide open receiver that could have been a long gain. Try to hit him with this one again. Doesn't really have anybody open. He's just going to try to get a couple yards, and he does get 10 yards on the play. We are like inches from the first down. We're going to try to just run the ball with our fullback. And David Larkins is going to power forward for 6. They are still 3 down linemen. I don't understand why. We almost get it to the goal line for the one of the two. Gonna run the ball, and he's in for the touchdown, Daytrick Harrington. And that is gonna tie this game up. What a comeback, what a play for our team. So it is 1st and 10, it's back to a tie game. Oh my goodness. He still gains a yard. Our tackling's been terrible. We've been calling some timely blitz to get into a good position to have some guys there for runs. There's no way he fights forward for 15 yards on the draw. Absolutely demoralizing what they're doing to us right now. And a huge catch from who else? Lance again. I don't know what is up with this man, but he must have had a bet or something with this game, because they are just killing us. Huge play from Nick Hampton for the TFL. They're gonna hand it off, and he's gonna get a few yards there. It's gonna bring up a 3rd and 9 now in this ball game. And he makes the catch, but it's 4th and inches. We're gonna do field goal safe. We're expecting that they might go for it here since it's so short. We're gonna let them drain it. That's fine. And they moved on the offense. That is huge. I thought about almost calling a timeout to try to ice the kicker, but it's going to move him back a little bit. The kick is up, and it is good. Their kicker nailed another one. 1st and 10. This is a big possession for us. We need to get some space. Dumps it off to the tight end for nothing. Looks like they're playing some pretty decent press coverage, and he missed him. He was wide open, and that man can run. Double pivot has been our play. We're heading back to it. Looks like they're in man coverage. We need Wells to beat them over the middle, and it's caught! What a throw! Christian Wells makes the catch. That was a dot. Look at this pass from Chase Bryce. That just landed between like 17 defenders. In enemy territory, we can either run this out and take it to the overtime, or we probably want to just take what we can do, get a few yards to Deshaun Davis. We still have all of our timeouts left. See if we can just pick up this first. They don't have many guys on the line of scrimmage, so it could be good for us. He's got some space, but he can't get the first. See if we can try a read option potentially here. Oh, and that is going to bring up 4th down. 43 yards basically needed here to hopefully send this game to overtime. We're going to try to call this as late as we can. The kick is up, and it is good. I cannot believe this game right now. 10 seconds left in it. We're going to pass commit. We're backing our guys up. We just don't want to allow a big play here. And that is exactly what happened. It's not field goal range, but it's doable for them to throw the end zone now. I would do prevent defense, but I really don't want them to throw a quick out and ruin this with a field goal potential. That's caught! But at the 4. Oh my goodness, we're going to overtime. Oh my goodness, I don't know how we survived. We are going to overtime. I have absolutely no idea how we are still in this game. That was insane. We're going to try to run in the other direction here. Just go back to the basics, what we do good. Move the ball with Cameron Peoples. Nothing crazy here. We just need to move the ball down the field. A little motion in here. Cameron Peoples has got some space. He's got a space to the outside, and he's in for the touchdown. Cameron Peoples puts us up by 7. Who would have thought Louisiana Lafayette would be giving us this much struggle here in this game? This is going to be a very big game for us. And that is a huge sack. Andrew Parker with a massive sack. They tried a wide receiver screen on that play, and there was just no... I feel like he was open, but he just didn't want to throw it. And that's a huge hit on the receiver, but he's going to get the catch. I really don't want to blitz here. I mean, because that would just give up an immediate touchdown, potentially. And he somehow gets the pass off, but he's going to lose a ton. That looked like such a broken play, but the quarterback shook him off. And we had it boxed up for the whole time. And here we go. This could be the ball game. 4th and 16. Where is Legrand? We're going to expect it to be him. He's got some space. Makes the tackle, and that's going to end it. Turnover on downs. App State is going to win the ball game 41-34 in overtime. That was an insane game. Obviously an ESPN classic game, as we just went off there towards the end to be able to win this game in overtime. Cameron Peoples, player of the game again, 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. That was insane. My heart is going so fast about the excitement and the motivation from that game, as it was just absolutely absurd. So looking at our stats for the game, Chase Bryce, 17 for 28, 315 yards and a touchdown, 60% completion percentage. That was a pretty solid game from Chase. Running, we had Cameron Peoples again go off, 25 yards, 121 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then Deshaun Davis made the huge 81-yard touchdown to really keep us in this game, 107 yards for him. We had 4 drops, which was absolutely huge, and we really didn't even need to go to overtime if we wouldn't have had those drops. Defensively, overall, we had a pretty weak game. Like, I'm not going to lie. We really should have or could have lost that game. Bright spots, I mean, we had a few sacks, which was big for us. We didn't have any interceptions, couple pass deflections for Ethan Johnson. But other than that, he had 7 tackles. I mean, he was getting beat a lot, but their receiver was just, insane. And if we look at their stats here, Lance Legendre, I pronounce it that way, he's a junior, so I'm not looking forward to having to face him again next season. But he had 191 yards and 2 touchdowns on us. That is absurd for a 77 overall. It's absolutely absurd. Not ideal at all. Running wise, 90 yards on them and a touchdown, and passing was just, I don't even want to look at that. 85% completion percentage, 410 and 2 touchdowns. That's ridiculous. But that is pretty much going to wrap it up for this season's video, this week video. Here as we, again, had that big win against UL Lafayette, so we'll be advancing to the next week, and we'll be playing against James Madison University. We have a couple recruits coming for a visit that week, so it should be a good week for us. Again, another win. We're at 4-1 now. 2 more wins and we'll be bowl eligible, which will be fantastic for us with breaking some of those recruiting restrictions, but make it a little bit easier for us in the coming seasons. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We're building this community together, so if you have any feedback for me, just drop a comment below and let me know. I try my best to read every comment in the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the content and want to know when the next video drops. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.